Welcome
to Shamba Shape Up Uganda.
We are traveling all over Uganda to find hardworking farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the knowledge they need
to make their farms more productive and adapt to climate change.
We want to support them to get better yields and increase their income.
We will see how farmers can benefit from our experts' advice and turn their farms around into a profitable business,
while learning from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experience
on the Shamba Shape Up Uganda.
Welcome to Shamba Shape Up Uganda.
Today we are in Buwuzume Village, Wakiso District.
We're here to visit a farmer who has different kinds of enterprise on their project.
But wait a second, Frobisha. This is an animal feed shop.
Yes, when I was talking to the farmer, they told me...
No, Frobisha.
Why are you laughing?
I think you got us lost.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Yes, we're looking for Madame Dauphin Mpiira.
Yes, I know her, but can I ask why you're looking for her?
We're from Shamba Shape Up. We're here to have a chat with her.
Okay, was she expecting you?
Yes.
Let me come back a minute. Okay, I can take you there, so can we go?
You know her?
Yes, she's my mother.
Oh, wonderful.
Today we are in Buwuzume Village, situated in Wakiso District, approximately 25 kilometers away from the bustling city of Kampala.
And we're visiting Dauphin Mpiira. She shares her life with her husband, Samuel Mpiira, and their 4 daughters.
Their farm covers 1.5 acres and has various animals and crops. This family rears goats, layers, and a cow, while also nurturing a thriving Matooke plantation. In addition to their farming ventures, Dauphin has established an animal feed business conveniently located near their home.
6, 7, what's it from?
The name,
Hello, Mommy.
Okay. Hello, Mama.
Hello.
Hello.
You are welcome. I have visitors and I wanted to interact with you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, bye. I'm going back to that shop.
Bye, see you later, Shima.
Hello.
Hello.
You are welcome.
Thank you, Mama. So, Madam Mpiira, what challenges do you have on your farm?
I think we should start with the poultry.
Okay.
The challenges I get, feeds, and buying it is so expensive.
Is that why you decided to open up a shop?
I decided to open up that shop for the feeds to reduce on costs, because for the layers, I mix my own feeds. Okay. I feed my birds and then I sell. Then the challenges I get for the 1 cow I have at the moment is the feeds also. Bananas, we have been growing this food for home purpose. We don't sell, we give out to neighbors, but we don't sell.
You know, Madam Mpiira, you don't have to worry because we don't come alone. We come with experts that are going to give you all the help that you need.
I will be grateful.
So let us go and call them, then we come back. Let's see you soon, Madam.
Okay, bye.
I started farming in 2014. I started with layers. I started with 1,000 birds, but it was a learning process. I managed to construct a place where I mix feeds from at the main road, but I was able to buy land out of these birds.
I'm so excited. We're entering the chicken shed. I hope I can get one.
No, they are still young. You're welcome.
Thank you. She's joking. Come. Clearly, Dauphin has been very successful in poultry farming. She currently has 1,500 birds, which are 17 weeks, but haven't started laying yet. We have invited Brian Chaglani from Kenchik to tell us some of the indicators of a successful poultry breed. So, why the Kenchik breed?
Kenchik breed, I would call it maybe the egg machine.
Hey.
This chicken is able to lay for a long period of time.
Okay.
So you can have it until it's 2 years old and it's still laying. This comes because of the type of chicken it is. It's very resistant to disease and it's very resilient to our environment. Another important aspect is at the hatchery, all these chicks are vaccinated. And we vaccinate right from Marex. We do vaccinate against Newcastle, infectious bronchitis, and we are the only company doing Gomboro vaccination at the hatchery. So that allows the farmer to have a healthy chick going into the farm, and they will not be disturbed with a lot of diseases. Now, we've also introduced a new technology, what we call the beak treatment. So when the chick is 1 day old, we use technology and we cut the beak. And this prevents a lot of problems during rearing. As you can see, these birds, their beaks are shorter. So they will not peck each other. They will not have cannibalism. And they will not eat those eggs when they start laying. So the farmer does not lose money by those vices. One important aspect we also encourage at Kenchik is we offer after-sales service. We have a team of vets. In case you have a challenge, the vet is able to tell you what to do so that you don't lose money. And that's all done for free.
Is there a difference in the way these birds are fed compared to the others?
What I have to say about this layer is that it has a high feed conversion ratio. Basically, it eats less, but it performs more. If you look at this layer, when it starts laying, you're looking at a daily average feed intake of about 110 grams. So you need a bird that will eat less, but then is able to produce. And that's what this Kenchik layer will be able to give you.
With such a good conversion rate, each Kenchik layer can lay more than 300 eggs in a year. Brian also advises Dauphin that if she's to get the best from poultry farming, each Kenchik bird requires 2 square feet of space and to also always separate sick birds from the rest of the flock.
But Brian, the first birds I kept, they laid at 16 weeks. I don't know why now these ones have taken long.
The onset of lay is normally determined by the weight of the bird. If it's between 1.4 to 1.5 kilos, it's able to lay. And normally our recommendation as Kenchik is between 16 to 18 weeks. So it's a range, because we know because of other factors, we could have that weight coming at 16 weeks or at 18 weeks. Yeah, so one other important advice I can give at this point when we are expecting the eggs to come is light stimulation. What I mean by light stimulation is that the normal day length in our country is normally between 11 to 12 hours of normal light. But now if you look at the egg formation process, a layer needs between 14 to 16 hours of light and 8 to 12 hours of darkness. So what we do advise a farmer is on top of the day length, you add artificial light, for example, using power, which she has here, and you're able to get the 14 to 16 hours of light that the layer needs to form an egg. Yes, and that's what we call light stimulation.
Brian recommended that Dauphin clean the poultry house for the layers. Since layers stay on the farm for a longer period, it is important to maintain a clean environment for them. To achieve this, she should ensure that the litter remains dry and turn it at least once a month. Additionally, she should clean the laying boxes and replenish the foot bath with disinfectant while replacing the water regularly.
Dauphin has done well, but we are the Shamba Shape-up team. You start there, I start here.
What? You like it? Oh my Caris, job well done. As you can see, our protective gear is clean, gumboots were dipped in the foot bath, food is adequate, water is plenty, sun is all over, laying boxes are clean. Everything is good.
Yo, things are not looking very good here. You see, Dauphin loves cows so much that she still decided to get one cow next to her home. The cow appears to be in good health, but Dauphin is concerned about the cost of production compared to the amount of milk she is receiving. In order to address this issue, we have invited Dr. Richard Lumu from Narrow to provide us with expert guidance and advice on the best course of action moving forward. Madam, how much milk do you get from this cow?
When it has just given birth, we can get like 8 to 10 in the morning. Depends how it has eaten.
Doctor,
Yes.
looking at this cow, do you think that's a maximum it can give?
She has the potential to give more if all conditions are put right. Generally, feeding and well-being of the animal.
What are the limiting factors of milk yield?
And there are quite a number of factors which can lead to low milk production, but the most outstanding ones are the genetics of the animal itself. In terms of genetics, it's a bit low, but if the nutrition is improved and the general condition of the area is looked after very well. And then another factor is the amount of feed that it feeds on. An animal can give you better yields if it can consume 3% of its body weight dry matter.
We can break down the 3% with this example. A 300-kilogram cow should eat 9 kilograms of feed per day. 75%, that is 7 kilograms of feed, should be fodder. Fodder is a mix of fresh and dry grass, hay, maize, stover, and bean stalks. 20%, that is 2 kilograms of this, should be concentrates like dairy meal. The last 5%, that is 500 grams of feed, should be supplements. These are minerals, salts, and potent supplements.
Actually, what I've been doing is I buy maize from the garden.
Yes.
But again, it becomes very expensive because you have to hire a machine to chop that silage. Then you need to buy the cavera. Then you have
preparation of the silage and whatever.
It was again very expensive.
Okay.
Then I plant, is it elephant grass to supplement with silage.
Okay. You can improvise by having other legumes and grasses which you can feed your animals.
I'm sure Daphne would like to know about the diet, the balanced diet of a cow.
When you talk about a balanced diet in animals, we talk about feeding legumes and grasses in their proper proportions. Actually, what I would advise you to do, plant some other legumes like lab, like coriander.
What is lab?
Lab is a legume which provides proteins to the animals. And then coriander is also there. Those ones are protein sources which can be supplemented to the animal in addition to the grasses which provide carbohydrates, like a napier grass, which you can cut and carry. And then you just bring direct to the what? To the animal. And in case there is excess, you can as well do some kind of silage. However, even if we feed them like that, we need to supplement these animals with the minolic. This minolic is provided in a minolic block so that this animal can balance other mineral elements which are needed by the body. So you need to have a minolic alongside with other feeds.
And now, doctor, another question was, we have been giving it dairy meal when we are milking it. So should we continue?
Milk is not made when the animal has produced. Milk is made before the animal is produced.
I didn't know that.
So we need to start feeding it with dairy milk before even we think of it producing, because that will make it to be in a better position to make milk for the calf in a better way. So we can start supplementing it with the dairy milk even before it has produced.
Okay, thank you.
My piece of advice to you farmers out there is that if you want to make money out of this, you need to improve on the breed by coming up with a better breed like Frisians or Jerseys, and then improve on the level of management in terms of feeding and welfare in order to come up with more income.
We noticed that Dauphin's cow is not happy because of the flies caused by the excess cow dung. Good thing, with the help of Caris, we have removed the excess cow dung and cleaned around the shed.
Welcome back
to Shamba Shape Up Uganda. We've seen Dauphin's remarkable journey towards becoming a successful poultry farmer and the best way to feed our cattle by zero grazing.
With Shima taking on the responsibilities of the farm, we are eager to explore the world of banana farming on smaller plots of land. And we will also uncover the importance of maintaining detailed records, helping farmers make informed decisions, track progress, and achieve greater success.
I would like these girls to know how to work. Now, for example, Shima is doing law, but that one doesn't stop her to learn how to keep these animals to do my businesses.
Bananas, aka Matooke, is one of the most in-demand foods in Uganda. And the market keeps growing day by day. Dauphin here grows it for home consumption.
Joined by Shima on their half-acre farm, she is concerned that the production is low. How can this be improved? And if so, can she get a good profit from banana farming? Is she willing to improve the garden? We have invited Dr. Godfrey Seru from Naro to help us answer these questions.
I've been having a look at your plantation, but first I would like to know, do you produce these bananas for home consumption or even for the market?
Us and the neighbors, we eat and we give them some.
Free. That is the problem.
I'm shifting.
That is the problem, because this being a peri-urban area, you can make a lot of money from this plantation.
Okay.
So I think the first thing we should do is to become business oriented, so that we produce for home and for the market.
For the market.
But for you to be able to do that, you must look after the plantation very well.
How do we look after that plantation?
The maintenance, maybe because it's a rainy season, make sure around the plant there is no grass and you leave it in the middle. We want to minimize competition between the plant and the weeds.
My question is, Doctor, so if I added another crop with the Matooke, would it still affect it?
Now, like here, you can put in beans, those low-growing crops.
Legumes.
Then, when you look at many of the branches, you need to break off the male bud, because they attract mainly the bees, which transmit the banana bacterial wilt disease. Then, when I looked at especially these plants here, I can see there is a nutrient deficiency, especially potassium. I can give an example just here. You can see this kind of yellowing starting from the edge. So that shows we have a nutrient deficiency. And potassium is very good for the formation of the bunches, the taste of the bunch, and the size of the bunch.
How do we come to get this potassium? Do we go and buy it? Or
Yes. Now, the cow dung itself is a source of potassium and other nutrients, but you must apply it correctly. So the best method would be you pour
Deliver to the plant.
near the root system. However, that is a very good manure for the plant. So, Shima, I wanted to do a simple calculation for you to see how much money you can make out of this half-acre banana plantation.
Okay.
A half-acre banana plantation should have 225 plants. And on average, if each one gives you 2 bunches a year, that means you are going to get 450 bunches in total. How much is a bunch of banana around here?
35.
35,000. But let's take it at the lowest, 20,000. Now, if you have 450, let's say you eat the 200 and sell the 250 at 20,000. That is 5 million from this small plot. And it will help you to look after the plantation, maybe at around 1.2 for the worker, and the rest will be. And since it's a perennial crop which comes in, which is always around, this money which comes in almost all the time will be helping you to look after the other enterprises.
Wow.
And at the same time, to have some money in your pocket. So, my advice would be, don't stop giving the neighbors, but give them a little and also go to the market. And be sure with bananas you can never go wrong as long as you look after the plantation very well.
Yes, Shima.
I'll give this other record.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes. So we've covered almost everything: poultry, dairy, and banana plantation. But all these enterprises need to be accounted for. So let's find out if she's been keeping the records right. It is good that Dauphin is encouraging her daughters to learn business and work in the farm. Fortunately, Shima Mpiira, her eldest daughter, is joining us again, and we have invited Jerry Asege, an expert from Naro, to teach her on the value of record keeping. This is the financial control of this farm, but I want to ask her, Shima, have you been keeping records?
Yes, I have, and most of the records are in this book, where I write the number of birds that we sell off, the eggs they sell off, and then the things we also sell off.
So everything is in here?
Yes, I put it in here so that I have all these records in one book and they're easily traced.
Oh, this is great, Shima. This is a good direction that you're taking in terms of keeping records. So I would advise that every enterprise should have its own records and showing how it contributes to the entire farming business. Which enterprises do you have on this farm?
We have a cow,
Yes.
we have the poultry up there, and then the downer business down there.
Okay.
Sure.
So you have those different enterprises. It's very critical that you keep records for each of those enterprises. And for a simple reason, Shima, we need to know how each of those enterprises is performing, whether they are giving you profits or losses, whether you're getting the targets in terms of production and productivity for each of those enterprises. And that will help you in the decision making as a manager of this farm. So it's critical that we separate out those records on production, but also on the finances and the expenditures that you do.
Look at this. Do you think this could help?
Yes, this could help, yes, especially to track the income and expenditure. As you can see that it can give you how much you're spending in terms of the different items per day, but also how much you're bringing in for that particular day. So for example, if you have sold out some birds or some eggs, or you have sold out some feeds at the factory, you are able to record that. And this is part of what you need to separate out for each of the enterprises that you have on the farm. Very critical. So the other ones show the expenditure, but now you have a section that is showing the planned income for your business. And that is very critical because it is out of that you are able now to start using such a template to track and show whether you are in line with the expenditures or you are in line with the incomes that you planned to have in your business plan.
So, Jerry, do you have any more advice for her?
And now that, Shima, you're doing poultry, now there's something else that I want to show you. Please follow me. I want to show you. Yes, sure.
Right away.
Yes. We are here now. Yes. Okay.
Aha. What do we have
Yes,
here?
yeah. This is a template that is showing you the date. So meaning that every day you have to record. Yes. Always record the number of birds that are there. Yes. In the chicken house, 1,500 birds. Yes. How many kilograms of feed? We imagine that maybe they have fed, let's say, 500 kgs. The number of trays of eggs that you have gotten from the house, say 30 trays. Then the number of birds that have been culled, let's imagine they are.
What's the meaning of culled?
These are birds that you find unfit to stay in the house. For example, they could be sick or lame, and so they cannot continue to be part of that flock. And then you record if there are any deaths for that day. If, for example, 4 birds have died, that is recorded.
So at what time do I fill this?
The best time to fill this should be in the afternoon. When the day has ended, you have done all the operations in the chicken house, fill it.
But if I have my records in my books, why do I need this?
This is important because you could be having a number of different houses where you're rearing your birds. And you'd want each of those houses to have at least a chart to be attended to by the person who enters into that chicken house. So that for you, who is the overall manager, you simply come in to check what has happened in the different houses. So this is very critical for each of the houses. And it's the information that comes from these charts that now you put in the book. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to put all that into action, and then about the poultry, I'm going to make the chart and hang it up. Since there are different poultry houses, I think I'll have to make different charts for each.
Thank you so much, Mama, for having us, and we wish you all the best.
And thank you very much for coming. We are so grateful.
Yes.
Thank you very much again for choosing our farm and family.
Yes.
We are very grateful. God bless you.
Amen. And as for you watching at home, we'll catch you on the next episode of Shamba Shepherd Uganda! Bye.
Bye.